Hi friends, welcome back to Calm in the Chaos Homeschool. So today I am recording outside. It's a beautiful day in February. It's crazy. It feels like summer today. And I thought I would use the opportunity to film this outside. It is more of a casual video. We're going to be going over 21 questions, this or that questions, just to let you guys get to know us a little better. By us, I mean a bunch of YouTube homeschooling moms are joining in on this collaboration today, hosted by myself and Shauna from Homegrown Homeschool. So if you've seen these before, you know the drill. There will be a link to a playlist in the description box below, and all the other moms who are joining in on this collaboration's videos will be attached there. So it will be a chance for you to maybe get to know a little better some of the YouTube homeschooling moms that have channels on YouTube, and maybe you'll find someone who kind of clicks with you. As I go through these this or that questions, I would love to hear your this or that. So if any of them stick out to you, I would love for you to share in the comments below which of these you would prefer, if any stick out to you. So 21 questions, quite a few questions. I'm going to try to keep this pretty quick and brief, so I'll not spend too much time on each question, but I hope that it will be an opportunity for us to get to know each other better. So let's get straight into it. So if I'm looking down, it's because I have the questions down here. So forgive me if I'm looking down at any point during this video. All right, first one, walk slow or walk fast. I'm definitely a fast walker. I've always been a fast walker. For those of you who don't know, I grew up in Taiwan in the middle of a humongous city with millions of people. So doing things fast and efficiently has always been a thing for me. So when I married my husband, I had to learn to slow down a bit. He's from Southern California, so different personalities, but I like to walk fast. I am doing better at slowing down and enjoying life as I get older, but definitely walking fast is what I generally would do. Number two, art museum or history museum? Probably a history museum, though I haven't been to an art museum recently, and I think I would enjoy that. I think I would usually pick a history museum over an art museum. Number three, beach or pool? I don't love water stuff, so if I had to pick, I might pick the pool because I don't like sand everywhere. Maybe if I were older and I didn't have kids with me, maybe I would enjoy the beach more, but I think I'd rather go to the pool, just less cleanup at the end of the day. So number four, discuss socialization. I think this is with a stranger, or how your child will keep up. So what would you rather discuss with a stranger about socialization or how your child would keep up? I picked these questions. I picked these a long time ago, so I don't have these pre-planned. Probably socialization, though I have a lot of arguments about kids keeping up as well. I don't think I would be as well informed in that area. I have kids that don't keep up and weren't keeping up anyways when they were in public school. But as far as socialization, we have no issue with socialization. We do a lot of things. My kids meet a lot of people. They are well socialized. They can talk to anyone. Yeah, so socialization has not been an issue in our homeschool. And I would say my kids are better socialized because they don't hang out with a bunch of kids that I don't know and pick up all the bad habits that they used to pick up when they were in public school. Number four, plans or surprises? I am definitely a plan person. I would prefer to know the plan. I would prefer to know ahead of time. I like to plan. So I would prefer the anticipation of a plan versus a surprise that is thrown at me. That is me. Next, educational posters on the wall or none? Generally, I don't put a lot of things on my wall. I do have some things on my wall though now that are educational. So I guess educational posters on the wall. I have some maps. I have a whiteboard. I had some school rules when we first started homeschooling. I have some Chinese flashcard sort of things on the wall. So anything I have on the wall is basically educational at this point. Hey, take a sun day or a snow day? I think a snow day is more likely, because we don't get a lot of snow days, though I did make my kids do homeschool through the last 3 snow days that we had, and all the other kids were out of school. I figured we had plenty of time to play out in the snow. So I think more likely a snow day, but yeah, snow days are rare for us here. Okay, clothes on the floor or clothes in the hamper. Clothes on the floor, my bathroom floor. I have a place for them, but they're just in a pile on the bathroom floor, even though we do have a hamper just right outside of the bathroom. So yeah, that's a bad habit that I have. Physical planners or digital planners. I would like to use a physical planner. I do find writing things down pretty tedious, so I do tend to use digital planners, and not even planners. I just use Google Docs and Google spreadsheets to plan out my homeschool years and take notes and things like that. So definitely digital planners. Night out or night in. We don't get a lot of night outs, and I do enjoy them when they happen. However, often at this point, would prefer a night in. If I could get a night in without kids with my husband, that makes me happy. If we could like bring food in, though I do like going out as well. So I guess I don't have an answer on that one. We don't get a chance to do either of those very often. So I'm gonna go with night out. I'm gonna go with night out if it's with my husband and with friends. I guess a night out. Okay, art projects or science projects. I think I would lean art projects. We do tend to do more art projects in our homeschool. Science projects are fun too, but they don't always work out. Whereas art projects, they usually work out because every kid is different and that's how it's supposed to be. So I guess if you're asking what I plan more of in my homeschool, I do tend to do more art projects, though we are not a huge project family. All right, vacation or staycation? A vacation, yeah. When we're having time off, I'd rather be somewhere else. Yeah, because we can do stay stuff all the time. So a vacation. Loose guidelines or clear directions? All right, so my mind goes to curriculum. If I'm buying a curriculum, would I rather have loose guidelines or clear directions? Or if I have a job, would I rather have loose guidelines or clear directions? I would like clear directions with the ability to be flexible on top of that. So I feel like when things are clear, then you're going to be more able to adapt it, versus when it's loose guidelines. I like expectations to be clear so that I can follow it within those expectations. I don't know if that makes any sense. Yeah, I want my curriculum to be pretty structured, but then I feel free to change things around as suits my family. Okay, winter or summer? I'm gonna go with summer, particularly because we have beautiful summers here where I live in Western Washington. I do love the summers. They're not too hot, which I don't prefer. I don't prefer really hot weather. Like today is beautiful. Today is like a summer day for us in the middle of February, which is so rare, but the temperature is great. It's not hot. Just beautiful, beautiful and green because it's been raining all winter and spring. Yeah, I'm gonna go with summer. Plan a field trip or plan a co-op lesson? I'd rather plan a field trip. I haven't planned a whole lot of co-op lessons, but I guess I'd rather plan a field trip just because, I don't know. I'd just rather plan a field trip than a co-op lesson, though I could do both. Clean as you cook or clean at the end? I do tend to clean as I go. I think the older I get, the more likely I do that. I'm just better at maybe multitasking, keeping up in between whatever I am that I'm cooking. So I guess cook as I clean, but clean as I cook. However, I don't like, my kitchen's not clean when I'm done cooking. Still have to come back and clean it later, but I do tend to try to keep up on that as I go. Fiction or nonfiction? I'm definitely a fiction fan, though now that I've been homeschooling a while, more and more a fan of nonfiction. I do tend to listen to my books, and so I can definitely digest nonfiction that way as well. So I like nonfiction more than I used to, but I'm still a fiction fan. Pizza or tacos? I'm gonna go with, okay, If they are like carne asada tacos, like street tacos, then tacos. Definitely tacos over pizza in that case. If they're the hard, crunchy shell kind that I grew up with, I would go with pizza. So I'm gonna go tacos because we do have carne asada tacos around here. Laminator or binding system? I think I would go, if I had to pick one, I would go with my binding system because mostly I use my laminator now for the front and back sheets of like packages, and I could use like cardstock or something for that if I didn't have a laminator. So I would prefer to have my binding system, which is the Pro Click that I really love and use a lot. So roller coasters or water slides? Okay, I do like water slides, though I don't love water stuff. I do like water slides. I do like water parks. But roller coasters are pretty fun too. That one's a hard one. I'm gonna go with water slides. Maybe slight preference for water slides. Car schooling or outdoor schooling? Okay, so we've tried a little tiny bit of outdoor schooling because that is what homeschoolers are supposed to do. In fact, I had my kids sitting right there and I took pictures of them and how miserable they were trying to do school outside. We've tried it a few times. I tried it like a blanket on our grass and they were just so distracted. It was just like no one was listening to me read. It was just awful. And then we tried it again. I think we couldn't be in the house. Like we had house cleaning at that time. And I had my kids trying to do some schoolwork out here and it's so bright and they're whining and they're like hunched over and they're cold and papers are flying everywhere. And yeah, so definitely not outdoor schooling. It does not work for us at all. We do all our schooling inside, even if it's a nice day like this, unless we're going out with our co-op, we are inside the house. Car schooling, on the other hand, my kids do rather well, especially my boys. When it comes to getting some work done, sometimes that's what it takes. Like they won't do work all day and then we're headed somewhere and I'm like, you need to be done these things or you're gonna be in the car doing these things, and they will get it done on the way to somewhere. So that's good because if you watched my mid-year update video, we might be driving half an hour to drop my daughter off at a school like twice a week, and it's half an hour away, so I'm not going to be going home. And I do need to bring my boys with me, so that would be like half an hour there, half an hour back. And if I am driving back and forth, which I probably won't be, it could be 2 hours in the car. So we do a lot of audiobooks. We listen to audiobooks, and like I said, they're good at getting their work done in the car. So I can anticipate that wouldn't be the worst thing for them to have some time in the car. We could actually get quite a bit done. So definitely 100% car schooling over outdoor schooling for my family. So I hope you learned a little bit about me in this video. I would love to hear some of your answers below. Tell me, any of these stick out to you? Do you have any funny stories about either of these? Let me know. What about you? Tell me something about yourself. Don't forget to check the playlist below to see what all the other homeschool moms say for this or that, and get to know them better. Maybe you'll find a new channel or someone you can connect with on this homeschooling journey. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope to see you all in a future video. Bye, everyone.